Good evening, short story writers. Tonight's prompt is taken from an everyday life event, which is the main underlying premise of this channel, that in your everyday life, there are things that you know, things that you do, and things that happen regularly, which can form the basis of a short story. And in my case, I'm a little unshaven tonight, mainly because I've got to go to the dentist tomorrow, and I'm a bit of a slob anyway. I tend to shave about every 2 or 3 days, and obviously coronavirus, etc. I certainly don't want my bristles spiking his gloves and causing all kinds of embarrassing incidents, shall we say, when he's messing around in my mouth with his instruments. I mean, the last thing I want is for him to suddenly flinch, and then me, I'm a big baby, so even the slightest twinge I equate to pain. So, remove all the rest. So shave as close to the dental appointment as possible tomorrow. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I was shaving. I sometimes use a wet razor, and sometimes I use one of those rotary head things, but the wet razor, it just broke, as in the head with the 3 blades is attached to a something, wherever this thing's called, and that is attached to a main stalk, and you buy them separately, and the 3 blades fell off the thing in the middle. Now imagine it had been tomorrow and it was my last razor, and the electric razor wasn't working, and maybe I had shaved half of my face. Okay, so that is the basis of your story. Now, some people shave other parts of their body, and imagine if, like tomorrow, it was in preparation for a fairly big event, not just going to work where you could probably just get laughed at, but something important. And it's kind of important that you put on your best appearance, if that's why you're shaving, or that you are as comfortable as possible, if that's why you're shaving. And that would be the basis of your story. So let's start with romance, because there's a lot of romantic situations, soft romance, and taking it as far as romance can, where for some people shaving is very, 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 very important. So imagine if there's half a job done. You could have a Bridget Jones situation where she's wearing one set of underwear, and Daniel Cleaver discovers this, and he makes a joke about it. He takes it in good sport, but and that could be comedic as well. So there's romance and comedy taken care of. Sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and the surreal. Perhaps in the case of the surreal and the fantasy and the horror, the half shaving attracts something in the mirror because it believes that you are a kindred spirit and enters into your world with horrible stroke, fantastic stroke, whatever results. In the case of sci-fi, it could be that the bristles on your wherever it is you are shaving have become immune to that particular type of removal method, or method of removal. And so this is the first hint that you have, that, or your protagonist has, that they have become a mutant in some way, shall we say, or superhuman, or that whatever growing, what's growing out could be diamonds. It could prove to be very good science fiction, very happy accident development for them. Although then, like the goose that laid the golden egg, perhaps somebody would want to try and kill them or imprison them for their diamond growing capabilities. After all, it's carbon. Don't forget it's carbon. All right, what have we got? Political and biographical. got a funny feeling there was either some political or biographical thing which there was shaving involved, or a haircut, or a wig. Oh, I can't think about this too long. I probably should have, not made this up on the spot 2 minutes before I was about to record. But okay, political and biographical. There was a time when ladies and gentlemen, because they didn't bathe very often, used to wear powdered wigs, and this whole shaving routine could be part of the story, and maybe it goes wrong and they get bad tempered because the wig is too hot and it falls off and they are laughed at. This sets in course a chain of events which leads to tragedy or war or something. Crime, mystery and thrillers. The case of the missing razor. The corpse has not had its throat cut, he or she, or an animal maybe, but it's found in, I don't know, you can make this a locked room mystery if you want, but the razor's involved somehow and it has been broken, and I don't know, I'm not too good at mystery. So I'll leave that one up to you. And of course it doesn't have to be a razor, it could be something else. It could be a comb that breaks, a brush that snaps on the handle, a toothbrush so they cannot clean their teeth, so they've got halitosis. If it's a lady, the makeup could, makeup's solid, isn't it? But maybe it could, I don't know, fall down the toilet, or something of, what else do people do in the bathroom? Clean their teeth, apart from the obvious. Well, actually, no, because you could just wash then, BDs, yeah. It's got to be something which leads, it's unavoidable, it leads to a problem which is not easily fixed and is going to cause some sort of a problem which will possibly lead to consequences. Okay, that is your prompt for today. He said in his best Hugh Grant stammer. And like and subscribe and all that. And I've got 2 subscribers now, so whoever you are, thanks a lot. And if you've got writer friends, please pass the word on. If you're finding these hints useful, then whoever you are, wherever you are, subscriber or not, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.